So step in and jab. And I'd have you move your whole body as you did that. See how still need to lose some weight here, but you see how I move this? And I would step in and hit, and then step in and hit. So kind of like the step slide in JKD. Step in, one, and then boom. Now I'd start out with the jab. Stepping in with the jab. You can also turn your foot. But these, again, are stiff jabs because you want to wake up that you want them to feel it. If it's a flicking jab, we're hitting with the tips of our fingers into the eyes. Right? Flicking. So maybe, and you notice, we're going to move forward, which is dangerous, and we'll move back. Forward, and we'll move back. Notice I move forward and I hit. I move back and I'm throwing that hit. Maybe it's a flick to the eyes. And then I lean in and make that hit. If he's in too close, maybe I'm hitting with an elbow or something. Maybe I'm grabbing and hitting with knees. Right? But that's where I would start. I would also, one thing that I'm not showing you is because I've gotten myself out of doing it. Just like we were showing in the half moon, in the stepping entering video, really, this is great, but you are leaving, you're leaving your pills open, right? So it would be better, but as you step in, since we're squared off, to do this. Now you notice in a lot of karate, right? They do this, and then for us, because we were old school Taekwondo, we would blade, and there are reasons for this, right? Now I'm in like a Philly shield, right? Where I'm gonna kick and stuff, and come around and kick and whatever, right? I just wanted to kick the bag, right? But so now I'm here. Is my groin really protected? Well, depends on who you're training with. There are ways to get around this. But for the average person, they're not going to be able to probably kick you very efficiently in the groin, but they can tackle you. So if they have some wrestling experience, this is not the greatest way to be. I tend to think that here, we stay here, just like in karate, whatever, Taekwondo, you stay there. So I do jab, cross, and you just teach a regular jab, cross, because this is what people know, and it feels like you're in the fight. Jab, cross, jab, cross, jab, cross, jab, cross, right? And I'm pushing off. Now I want to get myself to kind of, as I'm pushing off, I move this leg out just a little bit, right? And I'm pushing off the back foot. Let me see if you can see it here. So I'm pushing off. I'm not going to hit this too hard. Also because this will just go right over it. So I'm going to be careful with it. Use it as a target bag. People talk about these bags and they say, well, if I kick it, I'll knock it over. And it's frustrating. And they have bigger ones now. This is an old one that I got in like 96, okay? But this is a target. So, right, we don't have to kick it hard. We can just use it as a target. Just a target, that's all it is. So we can use that, step in, boom, boom, right? Boom, boom, kick, boom, boom, kick, right? Boom, boom, kick. And it's just 1, 2. So that's what I would just, it's a half moon step into a stiff jab. As you slide, you make the cross. Boom, boom. Always retracting. Never leaving these out. For demonstration, sometimes I'll just show. But this always comes back So fist can't come back in. This is somewhat protecting me. That's somewhat protecting me. Protecting me. Somewhat protecting me. It's not great protection because I don't have boxing gloves on. But, and then 1, 2, sure. So, this is very basic, very simple, but it will, I mean, it can be very effective. This is, you see someone's coming in at you. This isn't the way things are going to be all the time, not usually, but, you know, as you move back, you can hit and claw and whatever, and then make that hit, and then make that kick. Now on the kick, just so I don't forget to show you, let me see if I can show you. This kick, I can lift this kick. I don't suggest doing a lift kick. So let's see, can't tell if you can see this here, but I would roll my foot. See how I roll my foot? And it takes no energy. I roll my foot, so I can roll from heel to toe, which lifts my foot up. Or if I need to condense that, I can go from the balls of my foot right to my toe, and it does the same thing. So if I am on my balls of my feet, I can do that, right? As you know, this, getting down here, I have more stability. If someone grabs me, I can go into grappling. I can start doing judo or jujitsu or hapkido or whatever from here. And if I'm on uneven ground, right, I can move around and I can stay fairly stable. Make hits, get back, get away. Now, if we're on the balls of our feet, you know, and we're hitting and stuff, and right? Right? That's more for the dojo, the dojang. That's more for the ring. But it can be used, if you really needed to, if you're on an even surface. Right, there are no obstructions, no obstacles. But also, by dropping your weight, you create more power. So, just a few things to think about, keep in mind. And, you know, not very sexy or exciting, jab, cross, kick. Just a basic thing. You just work that and work it and work it over again. And you start out by learning that jab from a traditional jab standpoint. Stiff jab, stiff jab, stiff jab. See, I'm starting to stiff jab, and you move back. You can even blade your leg a little bit if you needed to. Protect yourself, kind of like the bow stance or bow and arrow stance, I think it is in Kempo, right? And then we could learn, we could just isolate, right? And just step and slide and hit. Step and slide and hit. You see if you can see, step and slide. Step and slide and hit. Step and slide and hit. And slide and hit. Right? Right, and then we can practice the kick. And it mainly be a front kick, right? Hitting with the flat of your foot. I may not always be showing that. There's a reason for that, right? And you can add, you know, if you're conditioned for low kicks, you can do low kicks. If you can kick with your foot, which is more traditional for karate and taekwondo. You can hit with the ball of your foot, hit with your toes, depending upon where you're hitting. If you have steel-toed boots on, there's a lot of things that you can do depending upon your skill level, and you can add all sorts of kicks. This is your base. Jab, cross, and then throwing a kick. So you teach the jab, then you teach the cross, then you teach the kick, right? And you teach how to step in. And then you have them put that all together. And, you know, by the end of a session, it really feels like you've gone through something. And it's really good for, what was this? I don't know. It's really good for a new student. So that's basically how I start things off in a modern curriculum. Jab, cross, kick. Using fists, I like to think of these fists as an X, okay, in a math problem. So sometimes these fists have to be open. Sometimes you're going to hit an eye jab. The fist will be an eye jab. You know, depends. Could be, right? Could be all sorts of stuff. That's sitting on the Swain mats that are that are packaged. But anyway, so there's also the little things you can do with that. So something to play around with. I hope this was interesting. It went over more than it's almost 16 minutes now. So I'll stop there. If you've gone through this whole video, you think this has any value at all to you, click like, click subscribe, and see you on the next one. All right, see you then.